Hello and welcome.
Hello and welcome to another Unfazed review podcast. It's been a while.
It's been a long time. It's been too long.
It's been too long since, I want to say, November, early December.
I think so.
It's been a minute. It's been a monkey.
The last one I distinctly remember was our Halloween one.
Yeah.
I think we did one after that, but
I don't recall. I don't remember being anything spectacular.
Yeah.
The Halloween one was good.
Fun.
It was solid.
Yeah.
It was solid. Just had some pizza before I came in here, which was pretty fantastic. Yeah.
You're a classic route at the mall. Nothing has changed.
Yeah, very good times. And I was telling Emmett it was nice to be in a functioning mall because the last 2 times I've been at a mall has been Fiesta Mall, the abandoned mall video that I did last week. And then, or actually technically this week. Mm-hmm. And then the weekend before, Emmett and I went to what's left of Metro Center.
Yeah, that was sad.
Let's talk about the malls for a little bit. I feel like that's something we don't, like we vlog them, but we don't talk about them too much. So
yeah, you're right. I mean, I think we're both in agreement that it's just sad and weird.
It's depressing.
Like, I get it, I guess, especially in this climate now. But it's really too bad. There's something about it that sort of disconnected people in a nice way. Yeah. You know, you just became more aware of your fellow man. Yeah. On a fun level. And woman, yes. And, yeah, I don't know. I've even noticed that at our mall, I think there's less of a sense of community. I don't know. I remember growing up when I was little, everyone just seemed kind of chummy at malls, and it was a good time, but we kind of lost that.
Yeah, I know it's super cliche and everyone says it, and not to sound like a crazy boomer, be nice to them, but I feel like social media, man, and the cell phones.
I was thinking the same thing.
Like my thing is what was different about 80s and 90s and even early 2000s? You didn't have social media, not to the extent that we have now.
The mall was the social media.
The mall was the social media, and you didn't have everyone posting everything that was going on. Like, yeah, there were cell phones, but they were basic. Yeah. They were real entry level. So there's a difference.
If you want people to see your new fit or whatever, you have to go out, show it off. In real life.
An element of that is still out there that's never going to go away.
Yeah.
But especially as the novelty of always having the technology goes away, where people are just used to it. Yeah. Then it won't be as in your face, I think. But yeah, I think the saddest one for me, I mean, Fiesta was super sad, even though I didn't really have an attachment to it. I never remember going there.
It looked sad.
Did you go to that mall when you were a kid?
I remember it a little bit. I went there a few times. Yeah,
it was when you went to a couple times?
Yeah.
Probably like how we were with, I feel like kind of how I was with PV. I just went a few times.
Yeah, it was fun though. I mean, it had I remember at one point it had a little aquarium and it had a Lego store. It had some cool stuff.
Dang. Yeah. Kind of like, the name just gave me. Arizona Mills.
Yeah, exactly like that. Yeah, I love Arizona Mills. Yeah, that one's still kicking, right? A little bit?
It's on the way out. Yeah. It's kicking, but you can see the signs of it being how Metro was 12 years ago.
The other thing that's sad, as much as I love our mall, Fashion Square, it's the most boring of the malls now.
Yeah, it's got hotties.
Well, yeah,
and good food.
And good food.
But aside from that...
KB Toys.
No KB Toys, yeah.
I would honestly trade the hotties for a KB Toys.
I'd consider. Have your fun with them and then see them on their way.
Brum them fast.
Brum them fast. Do what you need with them. Brum them fast.
Brum them fast. Flip the toys.
Yeah. If you know what that quote's from, comment below. You'll get brownie points. But you'll get unfazed points. But yeah, man, it's I love Fashion Square. I think it's an awesome mall, but it's a little devoid of personality. Yeah. It's very plastic, like the women walking around there.
That's very true. Very plastic. It is exactly. We always used to make fun. They remodeled it a few years ago, and they had these pictures of how they wanted it to look on the side. And we always used to make fun of it because it looks so fake and stupid, and that is really how it looks now. Yeah. Even down to the fake people in the poster. That's the people.
Yeah, it's bizarre, man.
It's really weird, and it's very upscale. There's that whole section that used to be
they're trying to make it upscale. I mean, it is upscale, but they're really pushing for it to be that high end.
There was a whole little section of it that was just it was a separate building, but it was still technically in the same complex. That was Camel View Theaters, which was an indie film theater.
That place was cool.
Really cool. Yeah. They tore it down a few years ago, and now in place of it, they have all these incredibly expensive restaurants, and it's really weird.
It doesn't fit.
Yeah, it feels like a different thing entirely.
It's valet and all these Ferraris and stuff.
It's fucked up.
It looks cool, but it's trying to be freaking Beverly Hills.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. Do we need that? We have enough of that. There's enough of that out there. We need some KB Toys.
I would love a KB Toys.
When we went to PV Mall, some of you guys might remember this on one of the previous vlogs. We saw the remnants of what was left of the KB Toys.
Oh yeah, I remember just seeing the KB. Yeah,
and there was a Superman, a '90s animated series, Superman hanging in a basket, and I was like, "What happened?"
Oh, it's so sad.
That was weird. But
hanging in a basket.
Yeah, I don't know, man. A bygone era, but I think that's why we love those malls so much, because you just can feel the nostalgia when you go to them.
Yeah.
You know? And a lot of people, it's interesting, a lot of people in the comments, you know, there's like, oh, it's so sad to see the malls going in, you know, your region or in our region. And then like other people like, oh, they're thriving up in Canada or wherever. We do have thriving malls here, but we just document the dying ones.
Yeah.
But there's way less. Like here, I would say there's really only like 2 thriving malls. There's Fashion Square Mall in Scottsdale. And then over on the west side in Glendale, there's Arrowhead Mall. Mm-hmm. It's like Glendale / Surprise. It's like right on the border. And those are the only 2 malls I can think of that are happening. The rest of them like are dead.
That's true. I think.
Yeah.
I don't know about what's different. The difference between our malls and like other malls that I've experienced. I remember in Australia, their malls had like what we would.
Was it a belch?
No, it was me thinking. What for us would be like a Fry's or an Albertsons, like a grocery store. They'd have like a grocery store in the mall.
Whoa.
And I mean, just that itself, I think, helps keep it alive, because those are like necessities.
Makes sense.
Our malls have no necessities.
No.
It's just like upscale clubs.
And what they
movies.
try to do, and I'm sure you guys notice this here, especially in the Southwest and in the U.S., when a mall is dying, their last-ditch effort, their last Hail Mary that they do at the end, is they tack on a fucking Walmart.
Yeah.
And that's when you know it's the kiss of death, man. When the Walmart rolls in, it's game over.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they're trying to do. Like, maybe if you put them in Walmart here, then
that's what they did with freaking Metro.
God,
as soon as it was like literally nails in the coffin, they were like, hey, let's really throw some extra concrete on top of it with a Walmart.
Jesus, that's weird, yeah.
Nothing good is going to come from the Walmart. Mm-hmm. Not around that neck of the woods, let me tell you.
And what's weird about the mall that we go to now, that we frequent, is it's recently had like an AM PM type place.
Oh,
you know, which is weird. To us, it feels out of place.
It's very. I kind of like going in.
Yeah, it is kind of. It's like the only like sort of comfy place.
Yeah, the guy that works there is cool.
Yeah, he is cool. Yeah, it's the only like not upscale thing in the whole mall. So it feels, just in terms of that mall specifically, it feels like it doesn't belong.
Yeah, it feels like something that would be at Metro.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's always a weird thing, because our mall has always been strict about having everything be
super fancy.
Yeah, super fancy and very like commercial and not anything.
And you can go buy a box of wine and lottery tickets.
Yeah, right.
The dude from Sudan, he's like, good to see you, boys. Unfazed.
Unfazed.
Good to see you.
Kofi comes out.
We always become friends with those guys, like Kofi. Yeah. We should talk about Kofi for a minute. R.I.P.
R.I.P. Kofi. We don't know what happened to him. Yeah. His wife was having some issues or something.
Yeah,
man. Yeah. He was the guy who sold us the tacos that we would often eat before our podcast.
Bunty G's Tacos.
Bunty G's, man.
No longer in existence.
Really?
It's gone.
Damn.
You didn't know it was gone?
No.
It's fully gone.
Holy shit.
Like, it's it's like not a business
Those
anymore.
were great tacos.
Like, the sign's like covered.
Holy shit.
Not a thing anymore.
R.I.P. Bunty G's.
Doesn't that suck? Bunty G's gone,
Holy
dude.
shit.
I'm sorry to break the news to you, man.
Well, I think it died with Kofi, really.
It did. I think Kofi owned it. Yeah. But,
that is sad, man.
Yeah, that was a bummer, man. But, anywho, enjoy your food and your tacos while you got them, guys.
Yeah.
Because you never know when it's going to be the last time you'll have it. That's like Warren Zevon, the great Warren Zevon, super underrated musician. One of his famous quotes was, enjoy every sandwich.
Oh.
And I always think of that, and that's something that always comes to mind, especially because he died young.
Yeah.
He's one of those guys where it's like, enjoy every sandwich, you know?
I hope he enjoyed his last sandwich.
Yeah, I think he lived like into his 50s, and then he had like real fast cancer that like took him out, and I was like, oh shit.
Fuck, dude.
He was so talented. Like, he was one of those guys where I'm like, he was like literally one of those guys that Bob Dylan was like, oh, he's one of the best. Like, one of those dudes.
That's crazy, yeah.
Yeah, Warren Zevon. Check him out, guys.
The fast cancer is a scary thing.
Horrifying, yeah. Yeah, what was weird was watching some of his last appearances on Letterman in like 2002, 2003, and he looked fine.
Yeah. And
he was gone like 6 months later.
God,
and you're like,
God.
It's almost like Bob Saget.
Whew, yeah, Bob Saget freaked me out because he was like,
dude,
of his like echelon and era of comedians, he was like the healthiest looking one.
Yeah, he was 65 and he looked like he was like 55.
Yeah, he really did.
Like, he looked genuinely, and I mean that in a complimentary way. Like, he looked healthy.
He looked good. Yeah, he looked good.
Yeah, Norm fooled us for a long time, but looking back, knowing what we know now, seeing Norm Macdonald's like final video where he was like doing it from home, like during COVID, he looked gaunt, man. Yeah, and you could tell. Like, I remember seeing it and being like, dude, is Norm okay?
Yeah.
And like, you could kind of tell, but Saget, it was like, whoa, dude.
Saget, I remember seeing Saget on the show, and he looked way better than when Jim Carrey was on. Jim Carrey looks gross and old now.
Oh, I love Jim though.
I love Jim Carrey, but he looks fucking weird now. He's all like
little
stringy and lanky and wrinkly, but Bob Saget looked like way better.
Yeah, you never.
Weird,
just gonna show you never know. It's like those old dudes. I remember there's this old dude named Jack who used to live down my street. super nice guy. He was really cool guy, and his wife was super nice too. And he was real old, and he was one of those guys that like chain smoked and drank and like looked way older than he actually was, you know, but he was just like always kicking, old Jack.
Wow.
And it's like, I mean, he's not around anymore, but he was one of those guys that like, the way he looked, you thought he would have died like 20 years before.
Yeah, right, yeah.
You know, he was always out there like chain smoking, you know.
God, yeah, there are guys like that. Fucking John Williams is like that, the composer.
Yeah.
He's looked the same for like 30 years.
That's wild, man.
I was my whole life I've been thinking like he's about to die. Any minute he's about to die. This just keeps making
They were saying that in the 70s.
Yeah, I'm honestly so surprised. I thought in the middle of the new Star Wars movies he was going to drop dead, but he's still around.
I bet he's got another 15 years.
Unbelievable, yeah.
There's some guys like that. It's hard to tell their age, like Spielberg and Lucas.
Yeah.
Like those guys have always perpetually been like 60. Like even going back to the 80s, you know. And then you look at them now, and I'm like, wow, those guys just maybe they just looked old young.
Yeah,
I don't know.
So, yeah.
They're always perpetually like 80 years.
There was like the skinny black hair, young George Lucas, and then like in a flash, just like went into the fat white hair.
Fast,
yeah. I don't know what happened.
I don't really see many pictures of George Lucas in the Indiana Jones era.
Yeah,
it's mostly Spielberg wearing another unrelated movie's hat. It's always Spielberg with like a Jaws hat or a Temple of Doom hat while he's working on another film. He's always doing that. Who is he advertising to?
Himself.
Yeah.
It's like us wearing our Unfazed shirts everywhere.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. And we need to get Unfazed hats.
We do need Unfazed hats.
Did you guys ever make Lefebvre's hats?
I think we do. I think we have.
Yeah. We should make Unfazed hats.
We should make Unfazed hats.
The
sick. Logo would look good on a hat.
It would actually look
complementary to the shape of a hat.
That would be cool. Yeah.
It'd be good.
Let me know if you guys would like some hats.
You guys want hats?
You guys want candy?
Speaking of all that, we should talk about the new digs.
Oh yeah.
This was hilariously enough. This was literally just Max's old room.
We killed him.
We killed him when we turned it into the new Unfazed pad. This is also where we filmed Lefebvre's Inc., which you guys have seen recently, probably.
That was fun.
Yeah,
that was a good one.
And I'm excited. I mean, as sad as it is to have Max living. I mean, he's happy. He's living on his own now.
He's boning. He's having a good time.
Yeah, he's having a good time.
I'm proud of him.
Yeah, me too. But yeah, he's doing it. He's working a job he likes, but it's kind of nice to just be able to have this be our little studio.
Yeah, because if you guys are wondering, you know, in the past we would record at the same studio space where we do No Expectations Video Store with our producer Max. But Max has a different job now where he has to travel a lot.
Yeah.
So when we do get together to do No Expectations, we do multiple episodes all at once. And then we won't see each other again for like, you know, all recording together for like 2 or 3 weeks.
I don't know how you guys do that. That's crazy.
Yeah, so we have to bust. There's sometimes we'll bust out like 3 episodes, boom, 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 boom. And it'll be like a whole Saturday that we'll do it. And then literally like we'll take like 3 or 4 weeks of not seeing each other, you know, to do the episode. Well, I'll see James and we'll hang out and stuff, and I'll hang with Max or go see a movie or whatever. But he's traveling so much now, it's like we kind of throwing Unfazed into it would be like a burden.
Yeah.
So it's good to do it, especially because we like to do it late at night and stuff.
Yeah, I don't know how you guys do that.
Yeah, so it's good. It's good to have a space we can do it whenever we want, because Emmett and I especially, we're night owls, and we like doing it a little more spontaneous. Yeah. So this works out really well, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, it works out really, really well. It's nice to have. Unfortunately, we can't really smoke in here, but now we can drink a little bit if we want.
This is very true.
Yeah,
this is very true.
Nice. It's nice.
It's very nice. But I'm happy with the digs. I'm happy with the vibe. Good. How do the acoustics sound? They sound okay? The acoustics?
Let us know. Can I send the comments how we sound?
Yeah. You guys suck. He stinks and I don't like him. Anyway.
We should talk about... We've been getting off the political stuff lately because there hasn't been that much of it. But
dude,
we should,
I would... Yeah, go ahead.
We should... It's been a while now, but we should talk about the January 6th
thing.
Yeah.
That was a weird one, yeah.
That was so stupid.
Yeah,
I thought it was so stupid.
Yeah, the thing about that... everything that I saw about it, it's been kind of weird because I've really pushed away from politics.
Yeah, as have I.
I like literally haven't been watching the news. I just got to a point where I was so disillusioned and disappointed by it all, and just kind of disgusted with it, and fill in a bunch of other D words. I was very disenchanted and depressed about it, and there's a bunch of dicks.
Yeah.
But anyway, I got to the point where I was like, I'm just not going to watch it anymore. And I've kind of been that way for the last like 2 months. Where like I have a general sense of what's going on, but I'm a lot happier not watching the news.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I've tried to do it too, but it was the January 6th thing was hard to avoid because it was like everywhere.
Yeah, well, what it feels like to me, and you guys feel free to chime in, especially outsiders' perspectives from foreign countries, because it's always cool to see that perspective. but it feels like they're trying to make it more than it was.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
And people saying, oh, it's the equivalent of 9/11, that's so offensive.
It was super offensive.
Like, my thing is, I'm like, 3,000 plus people died on 9/11. Yeah. I think 1 or 2 people died.
Yeah,
and
Kamala said that. She said it's like 9/11, it's like D-Day.
No,
not D-Day, it was Pearl Harbor.
Fuck no.
Yeah, she said it was like Pearl Harbor.
No, honestly, what it felt like, from what my perspective last year when it actually happened, it felt, and like I said, go ahead and blow the conspiracy whistle on me, but it felt kind of pre-planned.
Yeah,
and I don't mean from the actual narrative of like these TRUMP supporters. It felt like from the perspective of like they put in agitators to make it go off the rails. Yeah. To look like the Trump supporters were going even more off the rails than they were. It kind of felt like that, but like I said, call me crazy, but something about it felt off. You know?
Yeah, it was really... The thing that kind of, I mean, part of me feels bad and part of me doesn't. The part that like genuinely just cracked me up when I was watching that like anniversary of the insurrection, whatever the fuck they're calling it.
Yeah.
They interviewed this police officer and they were talking about how he has like PTSD from the event. It's like, dude, if you're a police officer and you get PTSD from that, you shouldn't be a police officer.
Oh, guys, this is something I actually have to mention that's super important.
Sure.
And it's been like kind of swept under the rug by our media. Look up the details. Feel free to 100% fact check me, please, if I'm wrong on this. But I believe it was 2 or 3 Capitol Police who were involved with the insurrection on the 6th within this last year committed suicide.
Oh, shit.
And I'm like, did they?
Yeah, I don't believe that at all.
That seems a little odd to me. That seems like they knew something they weren't supposed to know.
Yeah.
3 of the Capitol Police offed themselves.
I don't believe that at all. It wasn't that traumatic. We saw it. It was just a bunch of like memers.
I mean, think about that.
Yeah. And they kept saying they were armed, but they were armed with like bats and shit.
Yeah.
They weren't like, they didn't have fucking AK-47s.
I could understand if it was like, we're talking like a D-Day situation, or even 9/11. I can see something like that where it's like, that'll really fuck with you.
But not that.
But we're talking Capitol Police who are trained to be tough guys, right? Like your job is to like defend the Capitol.
Yeah.
Suddenly and honestly, it wasn't even just like within these last few months. We're talking, it was like within like 6-7 months of when it actually happened.
And I'll say, just to put some perspective in, remember when Fashion Square got like attacked by the Black Lives Matter stuff? I've mentioned before, I think that Max and I were there, and it was a similar situation where all these people were with bats breaking windows and shit. We felt safe. We were like walking through it, like, hey, this is crazy. Like I never felt in danger.
Yeah.
So like, it doesn't add up, especially them killing themselves.
Yeah. So my thing is like, do your own research on that. That's always my thing. And if you disagree with me, fact check me. Go check it out for yourselves, because like there's something super suspicious about that.
It's really suspicious.
Yeah. So like, why would those guys, 3 of them, coincidentally kill themselves? We're talking within less than a year. It seems like they witnessed something they weren't supposed to witness, or they knew some deeper knowledge.
That's really bizarre. I don't know that.
So check it out, guys.
I don't believe it for
me. Some weird shit.
You see, I sometimes will watch, I haven't lately, but there's been a lot of channels on YouTube that will just like post incredible body cam footage when, you know, cops are in like real shit.
Yeah.
And then like, I'm amazed that those guys haven't killed themselves, you know? Like, obviously you're a police officer, you're gonna see some shit.
To be a cop, you gotta go through some gnarly stuff.
Yeah, and I'm sure there's like tons of, you know, counseling and all that available for them, and for 3 of them to commit suicide over that, I do not buy it for a second.
Yeah, and that's one thing you never hear about. So my thing is, guys, like, just do a little digging, a little digging for yourself, and you'll see that there's some suspicious shit going on.
Especially officers from Washington, D.C., because they know that's like a hot spot for that kind of intense activity.
Yeah, so that seems very odd.
That's really weird, man. The other thing I've noticed, I've also pulled away from the news, and it's given me a sort of a strange perspective, because the other thing I've noticed, that the 2 times that Biden really made a big statement about anything, or his whole office made a big statement about anything,
I'm just kidding.
exactly, was in reference to Trump or something that Trump had done or was a part of. Biden had some big speech like a few months ago. It was like talking down to like shaming Trump essentially for all the crap that he did, and just to sort of remind us why, you know, because his whole platform was like, I'm more respectable.
I'm
than
different.
Trump. Yeah, exactly. And so we had this whole big speech about how remember that Trump was bad, basically, and then the next big thing was the January 6th thing. Yeah. Remember how bad that was? 9/11.
I feel like that's the whole...
and that's the only time you hear from them, is when they're like reminding you.
That's the whole thing they have, because you look at how... And honestly, from my perspective, guys, just how bad things are right now. Yeah. Things are bad economically. Like, it's hard to get things in the grocery stores. I mean, like, we're doing fine. Yeah. But in comparison to how it was a couple years ago, like, things are not getting better.
No.
You know, things are definitely not getting better. And also, like, Another thing I don't see the news commenting on that you guys can probably see in some of our vlogs, the homeless population here is off the charts. It's absolutely off the chart. And here's a fun little comparison. Back, let's see when that would have been. That would have been 2020 when we went to Glendale Glitters. Remember, around Christmas time of 2020? We walked around Glendale Glitters in Glendale, and it's this basically like a Christmas lights event that, you know, we wandered around one time. It was after we like did a video, and we were just like chilling, walking around. Do you remember getting hit up by any homeless people there?
No.
Me neither.
Yeah.
So I went again this past year. Just the place was just filled with homeless.
Jesus.
Like literally they had like tents set up.
Oh, man.
There were people on benches all over. And we're talking just little downtown Glendale like that. Like obviously not the best area to begin with, but not like it is now. Literally in the course of a year, like we're talking like homeless encampments now. And people all over the place just like destitute.
Yeah, and I will say another telltale sign is, first I gotta make a distinction here. I think there's like insane crackhead homeless people, and then there's like freshly homeless people.
Yeah,
you can tell they have it together. They're like on the side of the road with the signs and shit.
Different aroma.
Yeah, I saw my second like sane female homeless person like yesterday.
Sad.
Yeah, and you feel bad, and I mean she was just, you could tell she still had it together, and it was like she was fairly newly homeless. Yeah, and she was just, you know, on the side of it. And that's like because I mean you can just see it with your own eyes. Statistically, there's obviously way more male homeless people. So when you see a female homeless person like that, especially in like nicer areas, it's like, wow, it's really, it's getting bad. So,
it's tough. And that's something that I think sometimes doesn't translate. And maybe people, especially in foreign countries, have maybe a harder time seeing because you're not witnessing it firsthand. But things are kind of shitty right now in the U.S. Yeah. And I'm not saying that in a disrespectful way. Like, obviously, I love the U.S., but it just makes me sad to see the way it's being run right now.
Yeah, I remember the other thing, part of Biden's whole platform was that he was going to fix COVID, and he was appalled with how Trump handled it, and like the numbers are back like as they were or worse than they were in the beginning.
And my thing is, like, say what you will about either of them, but like, kind of a difficult situation to handle at all.
Yeah.
You're dealing with this crazy disease, but the fact that they're not diving deeper into the origin of it is weird to me.
Yeah, they're not addressing that at all.
Yeah, it's really weird. So I'm like,
odd.
Are we just letting whatever other country, especially China, just get out of jail free cards for shit like that that's jeopardizing the safety of the entire planet?
Yeah.
Like, China needs to like be put in check, I think. You know what I mean? And I don't mean all of China. I know there's good people in China, but like the Chinese government, they seem pretty corrupt, man.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like the shit they get away with and no one calls them on it.
I know.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, it's like you get like shot by a mugger or something, and then you like go to the hospital and you get better, and you never question who they were.
That's kind of how it feels with their whole fucking administration.
Yeah.
And it's I think it'd be cool if some countries in like the United Nations would get together and be like, hey, China, we need to talk to you for a second.
Yeah, really.
Like, and I get it; they're a big military power, and also they have their hands in everyone's economic pie.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. It's kind of it's a weird stalemate because everyone needs them and everyone's afraid of them.
But at the same time, if the U.S. would step up and say something, not in a war kind of sense, but in kind of like, hey, we're gonna quit using you to produce goods, they'd be kind of fucked also.
That's what one of the good things that Trump was doing. He was trying to make everything more U.S. centric.
Yeah, and even if a lot of you guys don't like Trump, you're entitled to your opinion. But the thing about him that I will say that I really liked, he was a diplomat, and he was really trying to he was really genuinely trying to have good relations with these foreign leaders. Yeah. And I think we should have more of that. I think that's how a president should be, and he should be a good diplomat and a good person with foreign relations.
That's a good point, because one of the things that everyone hated about him was that he was like, he didn't have a lot of integrity, and he wasn't presidential and stuff. But when it came to like actually getting stuff done and actually having good relations with foreign countries, he was really good at that.
He met with freaking Kim Jong-un.
Yeah, right. I mean, he called Rosie O'Donnell the pig, but like that's fine. I don't know if he's, as long as he's getting shit done. Like,
it's hilarious.
Yeah.
And honestly, like, you gotta admit, he was like the funniest president.
He's funny as fuck.
He was freaking hilarious, dude. Like,
which brings me, I wanted to go through some tweets.
Let's do it. Yeah, go ahead.
So this was really funny to me.
What do we call this? Is this the political corner? Is that what we call it? Because I feel like you've got to touch on it.
Yeah, of course you do. Yeah,
I love the political talks.
Oh, the Star Wars thing. We'll get to that later.
Of course. Is this in your email?
It's just my Twitter.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is this your email?
So there's this dumb-looking chick. I'm sorry, but she just looks pretty vacant.
She's an idiot.
Show you a picture of her. There she is.
Oh, yeah.
Not a lot going on and knocking around in her can there.
Classic.
Her tweet was, her viral tweet was, "Y'all really think Trump was funny?"
Y'all.
And I said, "I would never consider opinions on comedy from someone that looks like you." And everyone like hated me for that.
That's hilarious.
You know? Yeah. And then
you're cracking jokes too, though.
Yeah, I mean, it was. I wasn't necessarily calling her ugly. I was just like, you can like someone like that.
Fill in the blank.
They're not gonna. Yeah.
She looks like I don't know, something you'd see on the foot of a Kardashian.
Yeah. Yeah. And she looks like someone if you tried to say any kind of a joke, she'd be like weird.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
I'm offended.
Yeah, and so people started getting pissed, and they're like, "You should take this down." And then so I said, "Listen, guys, when people went into great detail about how disgusting Trump looked in all these different ways for 4 years straight, it showed me that people will break all their values when enough people are doing something that goes against them."
Boom.
And, you know, and then I was like, "Don't pretend this
Ben
is below
Shapiro
you."
over here.
Yeah. What is pissing me off?
I work for Daily Wire, and let me just tell you, you guys are out of line right now, and you're being a bunch of hypocrites.
This is simple, folks.
Yeah. All right, let's rewind 4 years.
But no, it's so true. You can just like, this phrase kind of dropped off years ago, but it still holds up today. The whole virtue signaling thing. Yeah. People always like to appear good, and they're all just fucking shut up.
They're a bunch of hypocrites.
Yeah,
man.
they really are.
A bunch of hypocrites. And I don't know if it's ever going to hit a tipping point. Everyone's always talking about that on podcasts. They're like, oh, when's it going to end? I don't think it's ever going to fucking end in our lifetime.
No, I don't think
as long as we have social media and as long as people have their own echo chambers, it's never going to end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think what tells us the irony of the whole situation of that is like people in Hollywood. You can tell the people who have the most shit, like the worst people, feel the need to project that they're the best people.
Totally.
You know?
And you can definitely feel it, especially even with something as small as YouTube. In our little slice of the world here, it's like you feel like you can't fully speak freely sometimes.
Never, yeah.
I feel like sometimes if you do, or if you have the wrong thumbnail or anything that's right-leaning or anything, it feels like you're going to get squashed.
I know.
That's what it feels like. And it's like, my thing is, it's like, we always try to be middle of the road. Definitely, when things get really insane, yeah, we're more right-leaning for sure. At least I am. Where it's like, and I know you are too, but it's like you look at it where it's like when you really see something going off the rails like that, we're going to comment on it. You know what I mean? Yeah. But if something's going really crazy on the right as well, I do think we are more centered. I do think we're more, I think we are too, we're more middle of the road. But even that frightens people. They're like, if you're not like hard left, like they're going to like
you're not with us, you're
demolish you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, like what's wrong with being middle of the road?
If you didn't vote for anyone, you voted for Trump, that kind of thing. Yeah, exactly.
And I've gotten to the point where I'm like, I don't know if I'm ever going to vote again.
Yeah, me neither.
Like, I kind of look at it where I'm kind of like, eh. Like, my thing is, I know some people get mad at me saying that, but really this last time around, it felt like there was some really creepy stuff going on, and it felt like your vote didn't count.
Yeah, it really did,
Yeah.
And there was some weird stuff going on. Remember that whole recount thing happened here? And they were like, we found that Biden really won. But I guess what they did, apparently, my friend was telling me about this, is that they just recounted the original sequence of votes. Mm-hmm. They didn't account for all these lost ones or sketchy ones. I guess there were 20,000 votes that were from out of state or from people who were dead. Yeah. And they didn't look into that.
That was a big thing.
They simply just recounted it and they were like, yeah.
Did you see Louder with Crowder, Steven Crowder, where he... I see, it's so funny, dude. I even feel like saying these names. I'm like, oh, our video's going to get
I know, right? Yeah.
Isn't that a horrible way to feel? But I feel like we're going to get flagged for saying a name. What the fuck? Anyway, Louder with Crowder, Steven Crowder, your boy.
My boy.
He did an investigative piece where he went and he tracked down some of these addresses where there was alleged voter fraud going on. And it took him to places that were just vacant lots and stuff. And it wasn't real businesses or real places or real addresses. It was literally empty fields and stuff.
Holy shit, dude.
There was some shady stuff going on, guys. And, like I said, call me a conspiracy theorist, but there was a lot of evidence of big trucks of voting ballots not getting to where they needed to go, things being dumped in rivers. We're
the
talking
hilarious thing about all of this, it's always been like this, where if you dig into it for 2 seconds, it's all out in the open. Well, it's also all out in the open. That's such an obvious dumb mistake. Yeah, you put an address that's an open park or something,
and someone can look into it.
Yeah, but they just assume that no one's going to give enough of a shit.
Yeah, and the scary thing is they're right.
Yeah, it's so sad. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Not to depress you guys, but at the same time, if you don't comment on it now, the stuff is it's already swept under the rug. Us talking about it isn't going to make a huge impact, but I feel like it's good to talk about it because people should be aware.
Yeah, you can't, if you stop talking about it, you normalize it, and then you've accepted defeat.
And that's kind of how the country is right now.
Yeah.
It's like there's just a lot of shutting up and accepting because what are you gonna do?
But there was a really big Trump rally in AZ recently, right? In Prescott or something? Not Prescott, but up there. Okay. And I guess a lot of people showed up. There was like 40,000 people.
Yeah.
So that's, I mean, he's making a... I didn't even vote for him, guys, but like I enjoy his presence because it's so not what the mainstream and what this office wants.
He always touted himself on not being a politician.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, which is I think is great.
And my thing is like, is he perfect? No. Does he fuck up? Totally. But is he better than what we have now? 110%.
I kind of miss him. I just missed the whole...
I miss it, yeah.
It was entertaining.
It was good to have that. I've seen so many comedians lately who even seem left-leaning where they're like, I miss him.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
And I know a lot of them are saying it, because I miss, the shit he'd say.
I miss the easy jokes, the easy digs.
But I think there's an underlying current of, like, I think they know, like, hey, man, I actually do miss him. I mean, you look at it now, I'm like, Biden and Kamala Harris? Really, guys?
Yeah.
Really?
I know.
Think it over.
Yeah, it's,
It'd be cool to see someone like Ben Shapiro in office. That'd be kind of cool.
That would be super entertaining to watch.
I think he's too smart to do it. Because he knows how polarizing it is.
Yeah. It'd be super fun to watch the debates, though, with him. That'd be so funny.
He's one that I think he's too smart to do it, but maybe when he's, like, in his 50s or 60s,
that would be cool.
He might be like, that
would be cool.
Give it a shot.
I don't know. Maybe I'd vote for him.
I think the next big one will be McConaughey running for governor in Texas. And I think The Rock running for president in, like, 2028.
Jesus, it's just all these, like, TV guys. It's so funny.
It's going to happen. Anyway, guys, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll return with more Unfazed Review.
There's always something happening, something going on. There's always something happening, something going on. At Thruway Mall, we've got it all. Want something tasty and delicious? Taco Bell, Taco Bell.
I love the one and only original taste of Taco Bell's beefy tostada. They use fresh ground beef, never frozen, cooked in their own famous sauce, real cheddar cheese, and it's made up fresh.
Come taste the one and only taste. Taco Bell, can't find it any other place. Taco Bell, come taste the one and only original. Taco Bell.
Oh, boy.
And we're back. I hope you enjoyed that brief intermission.
Very nice. This is our nerd culture segment.
Whoa! nerd, mega nerd.
So this is something that's bugged me for a long time. I've probably mentioned it on a podcast, but as is usual with us, the things that we have gripes about, they never go away.
Of course.
So I saw this thing.
We got a bitch.
Yeah.
We got a bitch.
So there was the Book of Boba Fett is out, that new show. Haven't seen any of it. I saw like the first 2 episodes of The Mandalorian, and to be honest, I just got kind of bored.
I checked out after Bill Burr.
Yeah.
I watched Bill Burr, and that was it.
And so I guess there's, I guess in some episode of the Boba Fett, they get into like the fucking psychology of the Rancors.
Oh my God.
Which is, that big thing. Yeah. And so there's this post on this group called The Mandalorians. It says, so, the Rancor is emotionally complex and needs to imprint on a human/owner. That gives a whole backstory to the guy who cries over it in Return of the Jedi. Oh, we finally know. And it's like, first of all...
Back in the day, I think they were just like, no, it's like his pet.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Back then, they didn't put that much thought into it.
Yeah, and that makes it better. It's actually like makes it shittier now that they have this stupid explanation. We didn't need that. Everyone knew it was his pet. So I had this whole thread where I was like... I took a shot at the guy who says, "You'll be dead.
You'll be dead."
And I said, thanks to the new episode of Book of Boba Fett, we finally know which 5 systems Cornelius Evazan is wanted on. And then, thanks to the new shitty comic book, we finally know the lore reason behind Princess Leia's coke nail.
Beautiful.
And then, in Mandalorian...
I never noticed her coke nail.
Yeah, she has it, like, in the film.
That's amazing.
In the Mandalorian Season 30, Episode 783, we finally find out why Stormtrooper T-7114 bumped his head on the door.
That's hilarious. Dude, these should be touted as masterpieces.
I'm just so sick of like lore explanations and behind. It makes it so much worse to me. Yeah. The one thing I've discovered with games and like sci-fi and fantasy and all that stuff is, for me, the more lore I know, the less immersed I am.
Totally.
It's like, imagine if in real life, if you knew everything that was going to happen, if you knew everything about anyone, would anything be cool? If you just knew everything, it would fucking suck. And like it's the same thing with...
You need a little mystery.
Yeah, like in Oblivion, the moons are like actual gods or something, and it's like, I don't want to know that. That's stupid. Like, and all the stars,
There's 2 moons.
Yeah, and all the stars in the sky aren't actually stars. They're like these weird, like other god thing. I don't want to know all that shit. You know, like the less I know, the more
a little mystery.
Yeah, the more it feels like a real world.
It's like when people dive too deep into Harry Potter.
Yeah, all that stuff.
Like, you kind of need the mythical quality.
It makes and that's why I can't bring myself to watch the Clone Wars. Like everyone says it's so good. But I don't want to hear Darth Maul like speak a lot.
Yeah, it's weird.
He speaks a lot in the Clone Wars. I don't want that. I don't even want to know. He's cool because I don't know anything about him.
Talk about a big fuck up on their part, cutting him in half and killing him in Phantom Menace.
Yeah.
And then bringing him back like mechanical legs. That's like, oh, we fucked up killing one of the best characters.
Yeah. So we bring him back with Grievous legs. Yeah.
And that's what it feels like. It feels like that's like a huge like, just kidding.
Yeah.
Like. Or like as a little kid, like playing a game, like I'm not really dead.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what it feels like.
That's a war. I'm not really dead. Yeah.
And I'm like, you guys just fucked up by killing one of the best villains.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what happened.
Good God.
Shit.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's hilarious.
Yeah. It's
good shit.
People just need to. At that point, it's like you're not appreciating the whole point of the thing. Like you're getting way too into it.
Yeah. And it's a weird way that people can feel smug knowing more about it than someone else.
But it just makes him like a loser. Like, why do you even...
They suck, yeah. It's like that really annoying BuzzFeed style of writing where it's like, what you didn't know is it... And I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. Like, you're the worst.
I know.
You're the... And when did this weird entitled journalism come in where everyone has to sound like condescending?
I know.
And it's like overly casual.
Yeah,
I'm like, go fuck yourself. Like, I'm getting offended. George is getting upset. Anyway, on a lighter note, Moon Knight coming out.
Moon Knight, very excited. We're both big Moon Knight fans.
Big Moon Knight fan, yeah. Looks really cool.
Yeah.
I hope they don't fuck it up.
I really like Ice Scourge.
I like Ice Cream too.
I like Ice Scourge.
It's good.
I like
solid.
Oscar Isaac.
He's great.
Great actor. I think he's well cast.
Yeah. I was not disappointed. There's some of these that come out where I'm like,
yeah.
But like Oscar Isaac, I'm cool with. I do think someone like Charlie Hunnam or something would have been cool. But Oscar, he's great. He's good, and I think if he has enough material to work with, he'll do really well.
Yeah,
and he's good. He's good with darker, dramatic stuff too. So I think that'll be cool. Mm-hmm. So stoked about Moon Knight. Really excited, and then also we're getting another Batman.
The Batman looks so good.
And we're Robert Pattinson fans.
I love Robert Pattinson.
Yeah,
so fucking good.
I'm so glad he got it, and it wasn't like freaking like that kid from Dune.
Yeah,
you know.
Oh God,
he's the new
Timothy
Batman.
Chalamet.
We're gonna make him younger.
Yeah, no, dude, Timothy's.
Yeah, Robert Pattinson. I'm like, thank you.
Yeah,
like thank you. So Batman and Green Goblin have been in a movie together.
That is true. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Robert Pattinson really does look like a comic book Bruce Wayne.
100%.
He's got the jawline and the sort of angular face that he.
You know, he's like
he looks like
2 or 3 years older than Christian Bale was when Christian Bale was in Batman Begins.
Yeah, that is so weird.
But he looks like the youngest.
Yeah.
But he's like older than Bale.
Because we think of him as like Cedric Diggory still.
Yeah.
Isn't
that crazy?
But no, I'm super excited.
I'm so excited. And Riddler making
Paul Dano, that is sick.
Love Paul.
And he's like a terrorist. Yeah.
It's the best. That's like the Riddler needs to be more explored. Like I love Jim Carrey as the Riddler. I love the original Frank Gorsh. And, you know, the originals, like, yeah, they're fun. But seeing a dark, twisted Riddler, it's about time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cool. It is really cool.
So cool, man. So I'm super excited. I found a really cool Riddler toy at Target the other day. Ooh. I found like a NECA one of Frank Gorsh from the 60s TV series.
Sick.
And I was like, dude, now if they would just come out with a Jim Carrey,
oh boy,
it would be complete. That would be cool. But yeah, I'm super stoked about that one. And yeah, and I'm really glad I hung on to my Moon Knight comics.
I mean,
yeah. Seriously.
They're gonna be worth a lot now for sure.
Yeah, we'll see, but yeah, well, like I said, as long as they don't fuck it up, and if they take it the route of Daredevil, like the TV series, it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring it down to be a little darker now, but there's this thing I saw like a few hours ago. There was this post that I guess some French actor who plays some side character on Moon Knight died in some accident.
In real life?
Yeah, in real life, yeah.
After the show's been completed?
After they filmed the first season, then he died right before it came out. And all of the comments underneath it weren't like mourning him. They're like, are they gonna reshoot it? Is it still coming out? They're gonna have to recast him. And they're like worried about the show. And then he was shit on it. Made me so sad.
That's a bummer.
That's also a good example of how these people are like too into it. Like, holy shit, it's a real human being died. Yeah. Don't worry about the fucking recasting of the show.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Louise.
Yeah, little.
I hate when stuff like that happens, man. It's such a bummer too, because I'm like, man, the guy didn't even get to see the positive reception.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
That's a bummer. There is something about like, actually one of my friends at work was talking about this today. He was talking about how King of the Hill's coming back.
Yeah, that was cool.
And I'm a huge King of the Hill fan. I know you are as well. Max is as well. One of the best cartoons ever. Like, I really love King of the Hill. So well made. But he was like, oh man, Luann's not going to be back. And I'm like, why? And he's like, Brittany Murphy died. Oh, wow. And I'm like, oh, I forgot about, I knew Brittany Murphy passed away, but I forgot she voiced Luann. Yeah. And I was like, oh, that's a bummer. And
Luann's like the sister, right?
The cousin.
She's so funny. Yeah. That's so sad. She was one of my favorite characters.
Uncle Hank.
Her voice was hilarious.
She was so good. Yeah. But the real actress, she passed away.
Oh, man.
And she was young. She was like 31 or something like that.
Shit.
And she was such a cutie, man. Brittany Murphy was so cute. But, that's cool. She was a cutie. That's cool. But she's one of those, it's like, you think about that, and what makes me really sad, aside from the loss of human life, I guess it's horrible. Yeah. But it's just that loss of potential, too. Like, it's one of those where it's like, same with Heath Ledger, any of those people, you're just like, oh, man. Yeah. Like, it would have been so cool to see some more.
Her voice acting, like, I remember, like, one of the things I distinctly remember from that show was every time she said anything, I would crack up. She's hilarious. Her voice, like, was so funny.
Uncle Hank.
And you know, the loss of her is going to be a big, like, hole in that.
Yeah, and I wonder how they're going to do that. I feel like in a world like that, they wouldn't kill her off. It would be like she moved away, you know, with like, Billy Bob to somewhere, you know. Luann's living in the Florida Everglades.
Yeah. I never finished that show. It got really like dark, and then I just wasn't in the mood for it. It got there was the end of some season where Peggy goes skydiving, and then like the chute doesn't open. And
I remember that.
Yeah, and then in the next season it's like hell because like someone has a new baby, and then she's like stuck in bed, and it's just this really depressing situation.
What's going on in Mike Judge's
mind? And like it wasn't funny at all. It was just like this sad, stressful situation. I was like, maybe I'll stop watching this.
I don't remember how it ended, but I remember watching a majority of it on TV. I watched a lot of it. Yeah. First script I ever wrote in my life, I think I've said this before, was the King of the Hill script when I was 12.
Damn, that's beautiful.
I had an amazing freaking teacher. It was in like language or English or whatever, language arts, and it was Dudley Callahan. Whoa. And he used to be a screenwriter back in the day for the TV show Grizzly Adams. And he worked on some other show like Kojak or something like that.
That's cool.
And he he was like this really great teacher. And I remember he literally, to teach us screenwriting, he gave us this book of the first season of Seinfeld.
That's amazing.
And he was like, look through this. He's like, here's how you write a good script.
That's awesome.
Like, he was like one of the best. Cool. Like, to have a teacher like that at that age.
Yeah, that's amazing.
And he was like, I want you guys to write. And he's like, I want you to write scripts. He's like, because that's what I know. And that like got me into screenwriting.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
he was a cool guy.
One of the coolest teachers. And I had the honor and privilege of running into him at the grocery store a while back.
Great.
And I was like, Dudley Callahan. He's like, do I know you? I'm like, I was one of your students. He was like, he hadn't seen me since I was 12.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh my gosh, Ben. And we started talking and everything. And I'm like, dude, like, you're teaching meant a lot to me. Yeah. You know, and I ended up going and get lunch with him, talking and catching up. Man. And it was cool to be able to see him and like be like, hey man, thank you.
Dudley Callahan.
Dudley Callahan. He's a good man. But
sounds like he should be in an Irish pub somewhere.
He should be. Maybe he is. Yeah, but he was a funny guy. He had a temper, but it was like a jokey temper.
That's cool.
But he was cool. He was one of those, like, you feel like if a kid acted up, he'd like smack him upside the head.
Mm-hmm.
But you need teachers like that.
You do.
But anyway, thanks to Dudley Callahan for getting me into screenwriting.
Shout out to Dudley Callahan.
Dudley Callahan. But King of the Hill script, yeah.
Yeah, that is cool.
Yeah, I'll see if I can find it somewhere, that script.
I would love to read it.
I know I've got a copy of it.
I would love to read it.
Like, all improperly formatted.
Oh, yeah.
Not much has changed. Good times. But yeah, the loss of potential of actors like that, that's like devastating.
Yeah, how did she die?
I think she OD'd accidentally. It was like an accidental OD. Man. It wasn't even like, kind of like Heath Ledger. It was like the wrong combo of stuff.
Yeah.
Sad.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I heard that one of the fucked up Ashley Olsen twins, whichever, the two weird looking ones.
Yeah.
Not the successful hot one. Yeah. One of the weird ones, like, gave him the pills that OD'd him.
Heath Ledger?
Yeah. Oh. And then, but she just like lawyered up, and it was like they couldn't get her. Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know if it's true, but.
Damn.
Yeah.
It blows my mind.
I know. I hate those people. Those weird sisters.
Yeah. I'm bummed out now, man.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. This took a dark turn. But anyway, R.I.P. Brittany Murphy, Heath Ledger, and the character of Luann. Oh my God. You know what I'd like to see? Mike Judge, who created King of the Hill and Beavis and Butthead, he also did one of my favorite movies, Office Space.
Oh yeah, I was forgetting he did that.
He wrote and directed.
God, Jesus, yeah.
My thing is, I would love to see him come back with another movie.
Yeah.
Like something like, he also did, not Synchronicity, what was that one? Idiocracy.
Oh, he did that?
Yeah, he did that one too. Yeah. That's but funny. I would love to see him do another Office Space caliber movie. Like, he's not that old. He's got to be like in his 50s. Like, come back and do another one, man. I mean, if he's itching to come back and do King of the Hill, I would love to see him do a freaking movie.
That would be awesome.
Because he's like one of the funniest like unsung like writers out there.
Yeah,
and directors.
He is. And he's got a lot of heart and insight too. Like that's what makes it so funny and cool. Is that he's
Yeah, there's something about it that even if it's hilarious, it's like really rooted in reality.
Yeah.
Except for like Beavis and Butthead.
Right. Yeah.
But King of the Hill especially, it was always a little more real than like Family Guy or The Simpsons.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, for
it was
sure.
like real people, you know.
Yeah, there was always, like the overarching themes were always very serious.
Yeah.
I remember there was one episode when the kid, what's the little kid's name? I haven't watched it in a while. The young boy in King of the Hill.
Oh, you mean Bobby Hill?
Bobby Hill, yeah, Bobby Hill.
Oh, I was thinking like another kid.
Oh no, yeah. So yeah, he's like,
damn it, Bobby.
He's yeah. How could I forget? I remember that there's one, and this isn't even a thing that gets like discussed ever really, and this is the first time I saw it pointed out. When he's like 12, 13, and he really wants to go hunting, and he has like this big testosterone thing. Like boys do really go through that. Totally. And there was like this whole episode about it, how he really wanted to like hunt and prove himself, and he became like violent and stuff.
Yeah.
And like,
is that one where he like paints his face?
Yeah. And they won't let him go hunting.
Dude, I need to go back and rewatch that. It's been
Native American girl go, and he's all jealous and stuff, and he like starts like setting up fake deer.
Doesn't he go with Joseph?
Yeah. I think it was. Yeah. It was cool. It's always some, and then there's a lot of like heartfelt moments and stuff.
It was so good.
It was really good. Yeah.
Shout out to King of the Hill.
Shout out to King of the Hill. It's a good one.
That's one of those I started rewatching on Hulu, but like it's been like a year. So like, I want to go back and like watch more. I think I stopped at like season 2. Yeah. But as a kid, I watched it like all the time. Beautiful. Like that was such a good one. There were so many good shows that came out of that era. You had live action ones like Malcolm in the Middle, that 70s show. Like there was so many good. 2.5 Men, what a blast!
True, yeah.
King of Queens.
King of Queens.
Love the King of Queens. One of our favorites, Roseanne.
Roseanne
was earlier.
Roseanne
was earlier, but it was still. Norm was actually a writer on Roseanne.
Wow.
That was like one of his first gigs before he got on SNL. He was a writer on Roseanne.
Wow, Norm, man. Norm's so weird.
What a guy.
Interesting.
It's a very introspective, deep episode.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice. Sometimes you need that.
It's good.
Sometimes you need that. What else we got going on? I feel like we obviously got some skits coming down the pipeline.
We have tons of ideas for skits. We've been compiling the ideas more.
Yeah. We've got almost like, I don't want to say an intimidating amount, but to the point where like we got to start rolling on them. So I mean, we're not going to forget them because we have them written down. Yeah. But like while that energy's still fresh. Yeah. You know, because sometimes if you let one sit too long, you kind of lose enthusiasm for it, and that's the key is to like hop on it. Yeah. Yeah.
That's what, you want it to be, you need that spark, and that spark can go away fairly quickly. That's why, fun fact, the Lefebvre's Inc. thing, we filmed like early not even like spring?
I want to say that was like April or May.
Yeah, it was a long fucking time. Yeah. And then we just sat on the footage for so long because we lost the excitement.
We lose the drive, that happens even with like, I kid you not, even like vlogs. Yeah. Like there'll be some, if I film like 5 in a row, I find myself wanting to do the newest ones because I'm like, oh, I'm more jazzed about those. Yeah. And then there's some that you forget about, and then you're like, oh, I'm not as excited about that one, so I don't want to edit it. And then it turns into 5 days, a week, 2 weeks, and then you're like, oh man, I got to get that out.
There's our famous first Metro vlog that took us like 2 years to edit.
Yeah, the very first one we filmed in like, I want to say like late 2018. And then over 3 years ago now. Yeah, pushing forward.
When we finally got down to editing it, it was like this weird fever dream. It was like 2 a.m. and Max was like showing us this weird British movie. Yeah. And like we were kind of watching the movie as we were editing.
And I remember it was one of those where we just kind of had this realization where I'm like, I think we realized, the mall's closed now. Yeah. And like, dude, we did a vlog a few years ago. Yeah. Like, people need to see this.
Yeah, we just sat.
And it was one of those where like we had it like in a drive somewhere. And I'm just like, this still exists. And I remember we found the other half of it. I had part of it, and I think you had part of it, and James had some footage. And we compiled it all together, because we did it all together. It was a true Unfazed endeavor. It turned out to be a fucking awesome video.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, especially because literally that place is going to be condemned and torn down. Yeah. Like, it's this fact that you can see it while it was still open is like amazing.
It's so hard to remember with that stuff. You gotta like keep in your mind's eye the fact that it's gonna be fresh for the audience.
Totally.
Like once you've already experienced it, it's like, all right, we did it, move on. You know, but you gotta remember that for the audience, it's the first time. Yeah. So that excitement will be there for them, even if it's gone for us. Yes. And it's hard to remember that. You know,
and that's a good thing to keep in mind for anyone, because I know some of our viewers and some of our friends in the Unfazed crew, they're starting their own channels, and I think that's something good to keep in mind. Like, remember, even if you lose a little steam on it, it's going to be fresh for the audience.
It's odd because it's also, you lose steam, and it also seems to like lose value.
A little bit.
You know, it's weird. It's
and also, the more you watch the editing, the more like I can like literally I can watch a vlog that we did like Vegas, right?
Yeah.
I'll go back and watch like fill in the blank. What's one we did like the Ferris wheel, right?
Yeah.
The high roller. Like you go back and watch that now, like I can't remember everything we said. So like if I watch it now, it's like funny as fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
But when you edit it, you're like, we could be saying like something that's pretty hilarious to the audience, and like we've heard it like 5 times, so we're like,
it would like get boring.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Because we're like more focused on like making the transition happen or the edit, you know. And we're like the music levels or whatever, and you're not thinking about like the content. So it's one of those where you get a little too close to it, almost like a picture when you're painting. But when you're far enough away from it, you're like, oh, Mona Lisa.
You can't see the forest for the trees.
Exactly. So anytime you're losing steam, think about the audience. Think about the Mona Lisa.
Think about the Mona Lisa.
Yeah. But anyway, good shit.
Very strange.
Good shit. I was gonna say something else and I totally forgot. Well, that's my train of thought.
Well, it's a very inspirational note to.
I guess, yeah. You want to call it?
We could call it, unless you can think of it. 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1.
How about we do one more commercial break, just because it has been a while since we've done a pod, and then we'll come back with a few fun things from our email.
Love it.
All right, enjoy a commercial.
Soon.
Go do it.
The Winter Olympics are wonderful, but it's not a winter wonderland when you've got acid indigestion.
And a headache you can hardly stand. But don't you worry, fast relief is on its way.
We'll speed you Alka-Seltzer. Plop, plop, fizz, fizz will save the day.
We'll skate you fast relief across the ice.
And we'll sled you fast relief downhill.
We'll ski you fast relief through the air. If you need us, we'll be there.
Alka-Seltzer is supporting the 1980 Olympic Games.
Today, we'll review proper tennis procedure. Let's... Never try to hit too hard. Avoid overexcitement. Maybe we should go through this one more time.
Hello.
And welcome back.
We're looking at our email, our classic email.
I feel a sneeze coming on.
Oh, bless you.
Right on the tip of my nose. That went away.
Oh.
All right, let's see what we got. The nice thing about the email is there's so much stuff stockpiled in here, I forget. Like
Beautiful.
Half of it is.
Let's check this out. The world we live in. She had to retire after this.
Oh, Jesus.
Ex-reality star who made $200,000 selling her farts in jars revealed she was rushed to the ER with heart attack symptoms, only to learn severe chest pains were caused by excess gas.
Jesus.
What?
And then they got to do the picture of them looking all knocked out with an IV. I'm like, bitch, you had gas. Calm down. Now she's got to retire from farting in a jar. I hate everything.
What?
I hate everything.
So, I don't understand. Was she intentionally, like, eating lots of beans so she could fart a lot?
I don't know. Probably. My thing is, how would you even tell? How would you even tell, really? The fact she's actually farting in a jar. Get something that smells like farts, you idiot. And And what about these simps buying this shit?
Yeah, what the hell?
What's wrong with people? Go get a life.
That's...
Yeah. The fact she's making $200,000 off selling her farts. Dude, what is wrong with these guys? What is wrong with these guys enabling these
sickening world
crazy bitches? Like,
yeah.
Anyway, fuck everyone.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah. Anyway, it irritates me.
Yeah.
Would you guys buy our farts?
See, officers rescue pilot.
This is wild. Okay, I will insert a video of this. This shit is wild.
Seconds before train hits crashed airplane on.
So literally a private plane, like just a little prop plane, crash lands. It lands on train tracks. The dude's like inside, like almost knocked out. Train's coming. 2 LAPD officers save the guy with like seconds left before the train comes and destroys the plane.
That's awesome.
Watch the video, dude. It's wild. I will include it in the video for you guys too. It's freaking crazy. Here, go down. It's it's one of these.
So many ads.
So many.
All
ads.
these news sites are just like 90% ads.
Yeah, what the heck?
Fuck.
But you'll find it. It's in there somewhere. Right. But it's a crazy
freaking
video. You gotta see the video. You gotta see it, man. What is wrong with the website?
There here it is.
There it is. Boom. Yeah, this shit's wild, man.
It's not gonna play. It hates me. It's like it's not a real video. It's like a JPEG of a video slot.
What's going on with this website? It's USA Today. That's why. USA Today sucks.
Oh man.
Under the Gannett umbrella. That's the company. That
Jesus Christ. It's not gonna play.
Oh, it's really not playing.
It's really not playing.
Pull it up on YouTube.
Fuck USA. Oh, is this in here?
Yeah. Yeah, check it out. Look at this shit. So they pull the old guy out. Bloody face.
Jesus.
Oh, he just got in a plane wreck, and look at this. 3, 2, 1. Fucking train.
Damn!
Isn't that insane?
That's like a movie, dude.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And then someone got a side angle from the distance, like, let's say they were like, 50 feet away, and
you
you
can see it coming, yeah.
Like, it gets pulverized.
Yeah.
Totally insane.
So do you think those guys killed themselves after that? That was probably a terrifying experience.
Can you imagine being a cop and you're like, okay, we've got literally like 15 seconds.
That's super
And
cool.
you've got to save a guy from a crash, or like, he's done. Like, you got to make that split-second decision.
Yeah.
Crazy stuff.
Okay.
Shout out to the place in blue.
Your crayons.
Okay.
Where did you see this?
Instagram. Yeah. So they were like, back in stock, offensive crayons banned by Etsy. And they're like, fucking Cards Against Humanity, like not offensive shit, Well, maybe not Cards Against Humanity, but anyway.
Let's read some of the names.
Yeah.
Scientology, Baby Shit Green. This is like, Cards Against Humanity. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's like people trying to be funny and offensive, but like it's just like that mainstream bullshit.
Yeah, self-identified blue, and the color is actually pink. Corporations are people too. The white one, I guess the black one is called Lives Matter. Me color you long times, the yellow one. Holy shit. Yeah, that's really bad.
The white one just says privilege.
Yeah.
Ooh.
God damn.
Oh, these are so offensive, man.
Offensive crayons, everyone.
Fabricated house red.
Holy shit.
How fucking lame can you be? The fact that people are making money off that kind of bothers me.
You know what freaks me out is how many people are into those stupid card games.
Yeah.
I've been I remember when I was in choir at SEC, they loved Cards Against Humanity.
I actually never played it, so it's kind of
sucks.
What does it
It's
suck?
bad. It's just bad. Oh, this is so funny.
Yeah.
I farted in your...
There's a lot of stuff that's like, it's like a little too on the nose, and like it just becomes dumb.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of shit where I'm like, yeah, we get it.
Yeah.
Like, there's no nuance to it.
It's like being vulgar, and it thinks it's edgy for being vulgar, and it's just like annoying.
Yeah. It's one of those where it's like there's edgy comedy, and then there's comedy that's, or it's not even comedy, there's stuff that's trying to be edgy to be comedic, and it fucking sucks.
Yeah.
What else do we got?
I camped at a 5-star resort for a week and no one noticed.
Wow, these are old.
These are old.
Wow. So that was kind of interesting. We don't have to watch it, but it was just a YouTuber who, he didn't really camp. He slept in his car, and then during the day he would kind of loiter around this 5-star resort.
Oh,
but he'd go in with a towel, and he'd like get food there, and he'd use the pool and stuff. And
that's not that big of a deal.
It wasn't that big of a deal, yeah. But it was kind of interesting how really nobody noticed it.
Yeah.
But also he's like this I
feel like we do stuff like that. Not to that extent, but we still just like make ourselves, we insert ourselves into situations.
And the way he presented himself with like his nice Ray-Bans, like good looking guy, and he like had his towel and everything, like you'd have to be nuts to do that. Of course no one's gonna bother you, But it was actually kind of a cool video.
This is kind of cool. Items found in Robert E. Lee's statue time capsule differ from what officials believed. Holy shit.
This was fascinating. Yeah, I forgot about this one.
A rust-colored 1875 almanac, a cloth envelope, and a silver coin were found Wednesday in a time capsule that sat beneath. I love how people actually honor the time capsules. Yeah. First of all, it's funny that no one's just like, I just want to see what the fuck's in there.
Yeah,
the fact nobody must wait.
Yeah, it's one of those things I've never heard of someone illegally breaking into a time capsule. And also, what's going to happen if you do? Is there a law? If you break into a time capsule, is someone going to be like, no?
It sat there underneath this statue for over 130 years. A book tattered with a pink cover appeared to be an edition of the Huguenot Lovers. Huguenot Lovers, A Tale of the Old Dominion by Collinson, Pierre Pont, Edwards, Burgwin. There also appeared a pamphlet of some kind. There were 3 books total, all of which appeared to be water-damaged. Governor Rolfe Northam said the books, once dry, will shed light on what people were thinking here in the late 19th century.
He opened it up. What year was it from? 1887?
Yeah.
It'd be cool if he opened it and there's a fucking iPod in it. Whoa.
It's an important day for the history of Richmond, Virginia, Northam said, just minutes after opening the capsule. The time capsule was embedded in the pedestal of the Lee statue. Wow. What was in there? I mean, was there anything...
Some stuff.
Some stuff.
Some nudes.
Northam, a Democrat, announced earlier this month that the enormous pedestal would be removed, a reversal from September when the governor said the pedestal would stay in place. Because Robert E. Lee was a racist or whatever. After Floyd's killing, it turns into Floyd. Yeah. It's funny.
But that is cool. Time capsule fascinating, though. You don't hear about this too often.
I'm honestly kind of jealous of the time capsules that are going to be open in, like, I know there's, like, some really important ones that are going to be open, like, maybe after we're dead.
Oh, terrible.
You know?
Do not open until 1 year after Ben and Emmett are gone.
You should be like a comedy heist movie about some old farts that try to open the capsule themselves because they want to see what's in there.
And it'd be cool because if there was a rumor of it having, like, gold or something.
Yeah. Good idea. Marathon survival.
I don't even
Madagascar
know.
boat accident kills 64.
Here's another fucking crazy one. Yeah, read this, dude. This is wild.
Madagascar boat accident kills at least 83 people. Police chief swims 12 hours to shore. Holy, what? How?
So literally, there was a helicopter. So let me fill you in on this. So there, off the coast of Madagascar, there was this big boat that sunk and killed all these people. Rescue helicopter comes out to look for people. Rescue helicopter crashes in the ocean.
Oh my god.
Guy survives off of it and has to swim 12 miles back to shore after surviving a fucking helicopter crash.
What the hell?
And he did it. And he lived.
Oh my god.
Isn't that hardcore?
5 are still missing. That's incredible.
Between this and the guy on the train tracks, we got a Mission Impossible.
Yeah, we really do.
Yeah.
A cargo ship named Francia was not authorized to transport people.
The Andrea Doria. Like a man getting into a
Gel, who heads the National Gendarmerie, was found alive Tuesday morning after swimming for nearly 12 hours. Fucking
Isn't that
shit,
hardcore?
dude.
Yeah.
God damn.
Dude, can you imagine how intense that was? Like, first of all, just going out to look for victims of a boat wreck.
Yeah.
Or a shipwreck. And then, like, helicopter crash, and then... Dude, crazy.
God damn.
That's crazy.
Incredible.
Did you ever read the book Unbroken?
Yeah.
Dude.
Well, yeah.
Wasn't that wild? Highly recommend if you guys like crazy stories like that. World War II. What was he? Wasn't a pilot, but he was like in the Air Force or whatever. Anyway, he was on a plane. It crashed, and he was adrift at sea for like a month. Yeah. And then finally, spoiler alert: when he washes up on shore, he washes up onto a Japanese island and becomes a POW.
Good lord!
Crazy freaking story, dude. Check it out. Unbroken.
Mediocre movie by Angelina Jolie as well.
Was it mediocre? Yeah, that's too bad.
Baby dinosaur discovered 66 million years fossilized.
The real Jurassic Park. This is fascinating. A 66 million year old.
Oh yeah.
What was it? A 66 million year old fossilized egg reveals a baby dinosaur preserved inside. Isn't that crazy? Embryonic dinosaur fossils are extremely rare. It's the first time any have shown signs of a distinctive bird-like posture known as tucking, also what Spencer does, with the head under the right arm. Wow. Super interesting. And then someone did a cool like replication of it down here. If you look, there's like an image of it.
Ooh, yeah, it's just a...
Isn't that wild? It's like a big rooster.
It's like he's eating his ass.
He's eating his ass, yeah. That's what dinosaurs were known for. Yeah.
A 66 million year old fossil of a complete baby dinosaur in its egg, apparently just a few days before it would have hatched. Wow.
Isn't that cool?
The remarkable similarities between... dinosaurs are just like giant-ass birds, which is kind of scary.
Yeah, giant-ass birds. I don't like the idea of T-Rexes like having feathers.
I know, we want it to be like Jurassic.
I want them to be... Yeah. And I feel like... I think some of them were, and also velociraptors weren't that big.
Right.
Yeah. And also they weren't robots in a Spielberg movie. So there's that.
Like feathered dogs.
Good year for Newman.
Good year for Newman.
It was a good year for
Newman. It was a great year for Newman.
Yeah, think about that. For a guy like that, and he's like crushing it in Jurassic Park and Seinfeld.
Right, here we go. Last one. Robert pulls gun, liquor store clerk is
Dude, I will include the video. This one's amazing.
Oh, I think I've seen this. Yeah.
This one's for you, Lever Action and Wacky Tobacco. This one's really cool, man.
Oh, come on. I've seen this video, though. We'll find it.
So basically, we'll find it for you. But basically, the thief comes in, pulls the gun out. The guy behind the counter is so fast, he puts his hand up to stop the thief from putting his hand up, pulls the gun on him, and then you see the thief contemplate for like 4 seconds, and then he's like, all right.
Damn,
stands up. It was so badass.
So
see if we can find it. See if we can find it on YouTube. It's like quick draw, like clerk at 7-Eleven or whatever. So badass. I'll include the video for you guys. So freaking cool. And if I can't find it, I'll include a picture of SpongeBob. Which I'm really good at. Here it is.
I got it.
So freaking badass. Dude. Just the speed of this situation and like the quick thinking of the guy behind the counter. The balls on the guy behind the counter. Look at this. This is so wild, man. Just like this old dude. Look at this. Look at this guy. He thinks he's going to be a badass. Look at that.
That's awesome, yeah.
Now look at his face.
He's like right there. Like he's like gonna back up.
Well, he probably weighed the situation. He's like, oh,
shit. I love how he just like, literally puts his hand on the gun. He's like, nope.
Yeah.
He just does
That's amazing.
Wow, that's incredible, man.
That's fantastic.
38 million views. That's badass.
That's very cool.
Damn. Conceal and carry, guys. The only way.
There was another one I saw of this guy, and he was kind of this nerdy, kind of Skeeter LeVar Burton type guy, and he was like talking about leaving the DMV, and he was backing out, and some guy was like aggressively trying to get his spot, and then he like did that, and the guy like got out and came up to him, and the guy had he had one of the it wasn't a real gun, but it's like one of those Berna guns that are like really high velocity, but they just shoot projectiles like rubber bullets.
Right.
And but they look like real guns. And he pulled one out and he had it on his side. And then the guy saw it and he's like, "All right, man, just be more careful." And walked away. And this like Skeeter like guy, like Reading Rainbow dude, is like, "All right." And just the fact that he like flashed it and made this other guy go away, I was like, "That's amazing." So anyway, it doesn't hurt to have a great equalizer.
I love Skeeter with a gun. It's a good.
Yeah, whether it's any kind of your choice, it doesn't hurt to have it.
Oh man,
yeah,
we love that. Yeah,
anyway,
that's cool,
guys, this was a blast. I'm glad we did it. I'm something of a scientist myself. It was very cool. But it's good to be back, and hopefully this year, one of the things we're planning on is having these a little bit more often.
Yes, we love the podcast. I think you guys love the podcast,
we love the podcast.
we want to do more.
If you guys
of what
want
we
more
love.
podcast, you let us know.
Oh, beaucoup de podcast, beaucoup.
All right, good shit, guys. Remain unfazed, and as always, thanks for watching.
Love you.
See ya.
Beautiful.